guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhoades and I'm here to get you started on Unit 12, Long A Words. Please take a second to gather your materials. You will need your orange book, open to page 77. Grab some colorful pens, markers, or crayons as well. Remember, whatever I mark on my board, you should be marking on your paper. Please save room for a key. If you need to write it on a separate sheet, that is fine. If at any point I'm moving too fast, please pause the video and catch up. All right, so this week we are going to take a little break from our consonant digraphs, our soft C, our soft G. We're going to put all of that on the back burner for a little while, and we're going to return to our conversation about long vowels. So a few weeks ago, we reviewed how to make a vowel say its name. And we discussed that the most common way to make a vowel say its name in shorter words is to use a silent E. So in words like time or made or hope, we have the vowel, then a consonant, then the silent E. Now I bet you guys are pretty confident with those bossy E words by now. So I want to teach you something called an open syllable. It turns out that another way to make a vowel say its name is to leave it alone at the end of a syllable. We're going to see examples of that in all of our words this week. When we slice up our words into syllables, you'll notice the first syllable of every word ends with a long A. But before we start marking up our list, let's read our words. Please repeat after me. Able, baby, basic, craters, crazy, fable, gravy, ladle, lady, later, lazy, paper, stable, staple, table. All right, did you find that long A in each of our words? Great. So let's choose a color, and we're going to go through each word and break it into syllables, starting with able. Slice it after the long A. Baby, after the A. Basic, after the A. Craters, after the A. Crazy, after the A. Fable, gravy, ladle, lady, later, lazy, paper, stable, staple, table. Okay? In our key, orange vertical line equals syllable break. Okay, earlier this year when we were learning about short vowels, we talked about something called a closed syllable. A closed syllable ends with a short vowel and then a consonant. That short vowel is always tucked in before a consonant, okay? This time, instead of closed syllables, we are talking about open syllables. So right here, able is an open syllable. Baby is an open syllable. I'm putting the little line over the A to remind myself that if that A shows up by itself at the end of a syllable, it has to say its name. So we have A, bay, bay, cray, cray, fay, gray, lay, 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 pay, stay, stay, and tay. All of those blue boxes represent an open syllable. Now you're going to have no problem spelling these syllables this week because you can hear all the sounds. Bay, bay, cray, okay? The second part of the word is going to be the trickier part. But I don't think that's going to be tricky for you either because notice these are the same endings that we've been working on all year. So let's start with our LE ending. Able. The only thing that's different now is instead of having two consonants in the middle, you only have one. If there were two B's there, it would say able, but no, it says able. So we have LE there, LE in fable, LE in ladle, stable, staple, table. You guys are experts on the LE chunk. You know it says ul. Okay, let's choose another color. Yes, we have the Y, baby. We know that the Y at the end of a two-syllable word is going to steal the long E sound. So baby, crazy, gravy, lazy, and lady. Okay? In all of these words, Y sounds like long E. Okay? All right, we also have this ick ending. We've been working on that since the beginning of the year. We have that in basic, and I guess that's it. Okay, and then we have the crater, later, paper. Nothing tricky about that ending either. All right, so I think you're going to do really well with your spelling this week. It's not even tricky, but just notice the difference between this list and the short A list you had earlier this year is that had lots of double consonants, and this is not going to have any double consonants in the middle of the word. Okay, when you get to page 80, you're going to have to do a word sort. You're going to be taking words from the word bank and you're going to be breaking them up into nouns and adjectives. So I want to do a quick review with you. We're going to mark up this list, okay? Starting with nouns. Remember, a noun can be a person, a place, or a thing. If you can draw it, if you can touch it, if you can hold it in your hand, it is definitely a noun, okay? So let's go through our list. Well, I can't have an able, but I can have a baby. I could draw a picture of a baby, right? That's a thing. So I'm going to put an N there for noun. Craters, those are things, right? There's actually a picture. Craters are like big holes on the surface. Usually when I think of craters, I think of the moon, right? Those, when the astronauts explored, they had to watch out for those big craters, those big holes. So that's a noun. A fable is a type of story, right? It's a story that teaches us a lesson. So that I could draw. Gravy is a thing. A ladle is a big spoon. So that's a thing. A lady is a noun. Paper, that's a thing. A stable, that's a place where we keep horses. So that's a thing. A staple is what you use to, the little metal thing to staple papers together. So that's a thing. And then of course a table is a thing. So on our key, we're gonna write N equals noun, okay? And when you get older, you'll learn about abstract nouns, but for now, we're just gonna stick with the concrete nouns. Those are the things we can touch: people, places, and things. Okay, then we have something called an adjective. An adjective adds detail, right? It's a describing word. So for instance, basic, it's not a thing, but it does describe something, right? Like I'm taking a basic, like a babysitting basic course, like a basic babysitting course. It's just teaching me the things that I need to be a babysitter. Or I'm taking a basic first aid class. It means not fancy. I'm not going to become a doctor, but it'll teach me just the few important things I need to know. So basic is a describing word. Crazy is a describing word, right? Like I had a crazy dream. Lazy is a describing word, right? Like, oh, my dog is so lazy, she won't get off of the couch. So basic, crazy, and lazy, those are all adjectives. Adjectives. Okay, and those are describing words. Now there's one word left on this list, and you're probably wondering what it is. So the word later is considered an adverb. It adds a detail to a verb. It tells us when someone does something or where they do it. But we're not going to concern ourselves with adverbs just yet. In this list, we're really just focusing on nouns and adjectives. All right, real quick before I let you go. I missed one. Able. That's an adjective as well. It describes a person, right? Like, is she well and able? Is she able to help me? Is she able to come outside? So that's an adjective too. Okay, so if you're able to do something, it means you can do it, right? Are you able to watch my fish while I go out of town? It means, can you do it? We know what a baby is. Basic just means like plain or simple, nothing fancy. Craters, I showed you a picture. Those are holes. Crazy is wild. Fable is a story. Usually it has animals as main characters, so like the tortoise and the hare, or the lion and the mouse, the fox and the grapes. Those are all famous fables. People have been sharing those stories for thousands and thousands of years. They're short, they end with a moral, and they teach us a lesson. Gravy is something you pour on your meat, so you might like roast beef with gravy or mashed potatoes with gravy. A ladle is a big spoon. So if it's Thanksgiving and your parents are passing around the turkey and the mashed potatoes and the gravy, you're probably going to use a ladle to spoon that gravy onto your food. We know what a lady is. Later means not now. Lazy means low energy, right? If you're lazy, you don't feel like getting off the couch. You don't feel like doing stuff. We know what paper is. Stable, I'm going to say a house for a horse. House for a horse. Staple, somewhere here. Aha, I have a stapler, and inside it I have staples. Okay? And then table, you know. But I'll draw a picture anyway. There's my table. There's a table. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.